नमस्कार. करिअर अपॉर्च्युनिटीज या वेबिनार व्याख्यानमालेमध्ये मी नलिनी पवार आपल्या सर्वांचे मनापासून स्वागत करते. आपण आपल्या या सत्राची सुरुवात सरस्वती वंदनेने करूया. मी सर्वांना विनंती करते की आपण हात जोडावेत. या कुंदेंदु तुषार हार धवला, या शुभ्रवस्त्रामृता, या वीणावर दंड मंडित करा, या श्वेत पद्मासना, या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वंदिता, सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेष जाड्यापहा. नमस्कार आणि पुन्हा एकदा आपणा सर्वांचे स्वागत. या वेबिनार व्याख्यानमालेचा आजचा हा खरं तर 5वा दिवस. यामध्ये पुष्प गुंफण्यासाठी आज आपल्या इथे उपस्थित आहेत डॉक्टर मनीषा खळदकर मॅडम. मी मनीषा खळदकर मॅडम यांचा थोडक्यात परिचय करून देते. बहुपेडी व्यक्तिमत्व असणाऱ्या आपल्या आजच्या या वक्त्या आहेत मनीषा योगेश खळदकर. मनीषा मॅडम, आपले खूप खूप स्वागत. मी मॅडमचा थोडक्यात परिचय करून देताना असं सांगेन की मॅडम सध्या गव्हर्नमेंट कॉलेज ऑफ इंजिनिअरिंग यवतमाळ येथे केमिस्ट्रीच्या सहाय्यक प्राध्यापिका म्हणून कार्यरत आहेत. गेली 22 वर्ष त्या या व्यवसायात आहेत. त्यांनी 1990 मध्ये BSc केमिस्ट्री, 1992 मध्ये MSc अनालिटिकल केमिस्ट्री आणि 1997 मध्ये सावित्रीबाई फुले पुणे युनिव्हर्सिटी येथून PhD पूर्ण केली. सुरुवातीच्या काळात कोऑर्डिनेटर म्हणून सुरुवात केलेल्या खळदकर मॅडम यांनी हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट अप्लाइड सायन्स इथपर्यंतची पदवी अतिशय पर्यंतची जबाबदारी उत्तमरित्या पार पाडली आहे. अध्यापन क्षेत्रातील 22 वर्षे, रिसर्चमधील 25 वर्षे या त्यांच्या योगदानाबद्दल 2016 साली सेडा सेंटर फॉर एज्युकेशनल डेव्हलपमेंट ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशन यांच्याकडून इनोव्हेटिव्ह टीचर अवॉर्डने त्यांना सन्मानित करण्यात आले. त्याचबरोबर गांधीयन यंग टेक्नॉलॉजिकल इनोव्हेशन हा पुरस्कार नॅनो सॅटेलाइट स्वयंप्रकल्पाच्या उत्कृष्ट मार्गदर्शनासाठी त्यांना मिळालेला आहे. पुणे महापालिकेने तसेच DRDO पुणे यांनीही त्यांच्या योगदानाबद्दल त्यांना सन्मानित केले आहे. मनीषा मॅडम MSFDA सर्टिफाईड मास्टर ट्रेनर आहेत. तसेच त्यांच्या नावावर 2 पेटंटही जमा आहेत. त्यांनी पूर्ण केलेल्या रिसर्च स्पॉन्सर्ड प्रोजेक्टची संख्या, त्यांनी लिहिलेल्या रिसर्च पेपरची संख्या आणि लिहिलेल्या पुस्तकांची संख्या एवढी मोठी आहे की यावर आपल्याला किमान 1 तास तरी बोलता येईल. आज वेळेअभावी त्या सगळ्याचा उल्लेख न करता मॅडमना त्यांच्या अनुभवाविषयी बोलण्यासाठी जास्तीत जास्त वेळ मिळावा म्हणून मी येथेच थांबले आणि मॅडमला विनंती करते की त्यांनी आम्हाला इंजिनिअरिंग अँड टेक्नॉलॉजीमध्ये करिअरच्या असणाऱ्या संधींविषयी अधिक मार्गदर्शन करावे. ओव्हर टू यू मॅम.
थँक्यू. प्रथमतः महाराष्ट्र एज्युकेशन सोसायटीचे खूप खूप आभार मला ही संधी दिल्याबद्दल. पुढील साधारण 40 मिनिटाच्या वेळात मी स्टुडंट्सना इंजिनिअरिंगच्या विविध ब्रांचेस विषयी थोडीशी तोंडओळख करून देऊ इच्छिते. लेट्स बिगिन द प्रोग्राम in English now. Hello all students and parents. All aspirants of standard 12 students should note that you have to equally concentrate from this year on CET exam as well as your 12th standard exam, because till this year the admission was only given on the basis of CET, and therefore students tend to use more time for practicing for CET exam. But now it is realized that understanding of 12th standard syllabus is equally important, and that's why from next year there will be equal weightage given to CET as well as 12th grade marks. So this is most significant point all engineering students and parents should note for this year at least. Let's move on. What is the role of an engineer? What kind of work an engineer does? This is very, very essential to know that it's an applied branch. It is not like basic science branch. You have to use all the research which goes into basic sciences for utilization of the research for public interest. Engineering is application of science, technology, mathematics, arts, and practical experience, which is most significant, to design systems, produce systems, work the systems, maintain systems, and tools and processes. Professional practitioners of engineering are called as engineers. It's a 4-year degree course in engineering. We have various national institutes available for pursuing 4-year degree course in engineering. It contains 23 IITs, 31 NITs, 25 IIITs, 28 government-funded technical institutes, which are called as GFTI. For all these, 23 plus 31 plus 25 plus 28, admissions are conducted on the basis of JEE, and they are conducted, the process is conducted by JOSA. There are 23 centrally funded institutes, CFTIs, and their admission is conducted by CSAB, CASAB. Apart from that, IIT admissions, I'll zoom it a bit. These IITs are little or more unknown. IIT Madras is NIRF ranking 1. That means today we can say that it is the most premier institute in India as per NIRF ranking. Then comes IIT Delhi, then Bombay, then Kanpur, then Kharagpur. These are all traditional IITs which have been there for more than 50 years. But in last 20-25 years, more IITs have been added, and while taking admissions to these IITs, students and parents need to be careful in comparing their NIRF ranking. So using these rankings will make your choice of institute easier. So these NIRF rankings are easily available on internet. You can surf through and decide whether you would like to go to a class 3 IIT or a class 1 IIIT or NIT, which is established nicely about 30-40 years back. So it is an individual choice. Now coming to government engineering colleges in Maharashtra, especially because all over India, we have about 11,000 seats for national merit institutes like IITs. And in Maharashtra, the scope of students will be naturally more to go to an institute which is close by and very good. So in Maharashtra, we will say that College of Engineering Pune is the oldest and most premier institute. Now it's an autonomous engineering college. Earlier, it was under Government Engineering College. It is funded still by state government, but it is autonomous to run its own academics. Okay? It is established in 1854. It is more than 165-year-old institute. Then comes Government College of Engineering, Aurangabad, Karhad, Amravati, Jalgaon. These are about 25-30 years old institutes. Then comes Chandrapur, established in 1996. Later, institutes are relatively new, like Government Engineering College, Avsari, Khurd, which is around Pune, started in 2009. Government Engineering College, Nagpur, started in 2016. Government Engineering College, Yavatmal, and Government Engineering College, Ratnagiri, which is started as late as just last year. While taking admissions to these institutes, if they are in your vicinity, you have to realize that these are very new institutes. The infrastructure facilities which are available in these institutes are in developmental stages. So, it's better to go to an established institute rather than a new institute, where we do not know how good or bad the institute is. What is the scope for engineering? Engineers design, build, maintain aircrafts, roads, buildings, bridges. This comes under the scope of civil engineering. Build computers, electronic circuits, build machines comes into scope of soft circuit branches or electrical domain. Vehicles, medical devices, environmental systems, these are for societal use. Agricultural equipment, process plants, which are used for manufacturing or agricultural practices. Fuels, develop new materials comes under the scope of metallurgy and material science. Small electronic components, sensors, transducers, and many more things comes in the domain of instrumentation or electronics and instrumentation. Nowadays, if you go to any private college brochure for engineering admission, you will see, apart from the traditional branches like data science, like AR, VR, and all, they are all sub branches of computer engineering. And looking at the current favorite, I'll say, among students, there are more and more specialized branches in computer and IT. But my personal opinion is an engineer has to be grounded into hands-on skill rather than sit in an AC chamber and do some programming. Systems are built in manufacturing plants, not in AC offices, just by writing, coding, or decoding. Please remember that you should be mentally prepared to dirty your hands in lab. What does work of an engineer involves? Engineers are grounded in applied sciences. Their work is in research and development to which is distinct from basic research, which focuses on scientists. The work of engineers forms the link between a laboratory to a workshop. So it is more of applied kind and it serves the society. The basic aim is to meet the needs of society. So it's a very humble work, very good work, very essential work, I'll say. Major branches of engineering are civil, electrical, mechanical, metallurgy, computer, medical engineering, and the likes. Under this umbrella, there are many subjects covered. Like under civil engineering, you will have water management, you will have structural management, you'll have environmental management, you'll have marine management, infrastructure management, building bridges, building structures, maintaining structures. Very important is corrosion science under civil, because the age of any infrastructure depends on how and how much it is corrosion resistant. electrical engineering. Electrical engineering has now branched out into electronics and telecommunication, instrumentation, space technology, and lot many hybrids are also there, like mechatronics. Mechatronics is a blend of mechanical engineering blended to electronics. Now, why such things are required? We know that it's an era of automation. You'll see that robots are running in manufacturing plants, lifting heavy loads to joining different electronic components when a car is being built or a heavy structure is built. This requires interdisciplinary approach between different branches or knowledge in different domains, let's say. And that's why these hybrid branches are now coming into picture. They are getting significance, but they are still under the umbrella of one or two different domains. For example, mechanical engineering. Just now, mechatronics, I told you, which is a blend of mechanical engineering coupled with instrumentation engineering, coupled with electronics engineering, and it serves the domain of production. Automotive engineering, aerospace engineering, these are specialized branches under mechanical engineering, which are specializing in car design, car manufacturing. And aerospace is not only about satellites or launch vehicles, it includes everything from drones to aeroplanes to helicopters to missiles and to space satellite launch vehicles of different kind. Metallurgy. This is rare branch. Why it's rare branch? It is little instrument exhaustive and very heavy machinery and heavy engineering is involved in it. In entire Maharashtra region, we have possibility of doing metallurgical engineering only at two places. COEP is one of them, the other is VNIT Nagpur. Metallurgy is all about utilizing natural resources to and extract metals, fuels, make alloys, utilize fuels. So it's an absolute essential branch, but characterization, separation, the amount, the quantum of raw material they have to handle during metallurgical extraction. So naturally it requires heavy machinery, it requires a lot of power, it requires a lot of automation nowadays. Related branch under the umbrella of metallurgy is chemical and petrochemical. Some places chemical or process is also put in the domain of mechanical engineering, more or less, because it is about manufacturing different petrochemicals or plastics and polymer products. Any production goes under the umbrella of mechanical engineering. Paints, textile, oil, fat, cosmetics, all FMCG, fast moving consumer products which you and I use daily, come from these mechanical, chemical, petrochemical, paints, textile manufacturing plant. It is also very essential. Under the domain of computers, which is, I'll say, in last 25 years, what has emerged exponentially and overshadowed all other engineering branches is computer. You have IT, you have hardware development, you have software development. Every 3 to 5 years, the focus of programming languages change. And that's why which syllabus to teach or which languages or which techniques to include in the syllabus is a challenge for paper setters also and academicians also. Hence, the focus today is only to learn on oneself. Learn, unlearn, and relearn new things. When computers just came to India, COBOL and Fortran were the languages. Now, most of the engineering students have not heard these names also. About 10 years back or 20 years back, C programming or C++ programming or Java programming was the buzzword. Now, Python programming and so on. So it keeps changing very frequently, and that's why computer engineers, though they don't realize this, are always under the threat of being redundant quickly. In mechanical engineering or electrical engineering or civil engineering, the pace of change of technology is relatively slower. In computers and IT, the pace of development is exponentially fast. Hence, those students who are running behind AI, ML, AR/VR, robotics, automation, big data, deep learning, machine learning have to know that initially they should know some basics of engineering, then only at specialization, master's level, going into such courses is more advisable. Biomedical engineering, why it is separated is it requires inputs which are coming primarily from life sciences. All engineering, civil, electrical, mechanical, metallurgy, computers can make do without life sciences. But biomedical engineering, biotechnology, tissue engineering, these are the domains which absolutely require domain knowledge of life sciences. Actually, all other branches also, whatever product they are developing, it is for human being. So in that sense, they are related to life science. But they can afford to be ignorant about some of the things, whereas biomedical engineering, biomedical instrumentation, tissue engineering, biotechnology absolutely require inputs from life sciences. So those students who are really interested in this should go for it. Now we come one by one quickly to different branches of engineering. Civil engineering is a professional engineering discipline that deals with design, construction, maintenance of physical and naturally built environment, including works like bridges, roads, canals, dams, buildings. I know that the city grown up students do not even realize that making road, building bridge, making fences, water storage facilities is absolutely essential, because in cities this infrastructure is already ready and in use. But students who are from rural or semi-urban areas realize that building good roads, building bridges, making availability of canals for agriculture, making water storage availability, building cold storages, warehouses is absolutely essential, and it is done and maintained by civil engineers. Let's see some of the fascinating structures which are built by civil engineers. And this is survey work in progress. Specializations of civil, I have already told about. The students can get good jobs. मला power bank तिथे charger आणून द्या quickly. In government sector as well as in private sector, these students will find jobs. Next is electrical engineering. All the electrification which is required for space heating, illumination, manufacturing, household work, to run your computers, to charge your mobiles, it is absolutely essential to have electrical engineering in place. Electrical cabling, wiring, and all that comes from the domain of electrical engineering. Power generation, power storage, and distribution till the end user through network of production line, distribution line, switching stations, transformers, network of transformers is entirely maintained by electrical engineers. Allied branches are electronics and telecommunication. Nowadays, because of the advent of computer, connectivity, and communication, I am able to communicate with hundreds of you. This is possible because of the development in telecommunication. We have person to person communication, with one to many communication, with one to satellite, through communication to remote areas. All this comes from the domain of telecommunication engineering. I'll say that those students who are very strong in physics and mathematics should think of going to engineering. Today, I see that there is a blind rush among students to enter into engineering, and for most of the engineering means CS, computer science. It's not so. This particular presentation I made purposely so that the major domain areas of engineering, which are equally significant for you and me, are covered here. Power, control, electronics, microelectronics, signal processing, telecommunication, instrumentation, computers are major branches of electrical and electronics engineering. Let's see some of these structures. This is electrical network which brings in power to your household. These are illuminated structures, and this represents a PCB which is used in electronic component as well as computer based components, fabrication of computers, let's say. Where does a good student get jobs? PWD, CPWD, railway, where you have to maintain electrical network, or in institutes like heavy electricals, heavy electronics, DRDO, where material science development is at highest point. In all such places, defense, military services, signal processing, night patrolling, or control through IR networks, vigilance, drones, all these equipments are maintained and fabricated by these engineers. Let's move on. These are small electronic components, and to show how small they are, there are diodes, there are transistors, there are small printed circuit boards, there are condensers, shunts. All these are used in practically each and every circuit. Electronics engineering, let's skip through this. Computers, hardware and software aspects of computing, from design to individual microprocessors, personal computers, laptops, tablets, and many more, to supercomputers, to circuit design. This field of engineering focuses on computer systems network, how to integrate different networks into larger systems. So they are all integrated systems which can learn, which can exchange data from each other. Uh, just to tell you a funny part, as there is development which is very, very fast, about 12, 13 years back, a flash drive, a pen drive of 512 MB today, if somebody gives you it as a free gift, then also you will not accept it. I have purchased 512 MB pen drive for 2000 rupees. So the pace of development is very, very fast in the area of memory storage. Today we talk about terabyte memory, and even in Apple iPhones you get that much memory possible. Apple products are as it is better, more futuristic, of course more costly as well. This is a typical PCB, which is multi-layered electronic device which contains lot of information and capable of doing lot of parallel processing. Comes under the domain of electronics engineering. Career opportunities plenty in each and every field. Instrumentation, this is a little unknown branch because it is not a conventional branch, but the journey of a product from research to the end user requires a significant interface like instrumentation, because sensing, transduction, automation, increased productivity, lean manufacturing, optimization, stability, safety, all requires lot of instrumentation. These are control systems which are used by an instrumentation engineer. There are a lot of opportunities in government sector for instrumentation, especially biomedical equipment today, from simple blood test or urine test for a diabetic patient, measurement of blood pressure. Go to a physician, first thing he will tell you, go and take ECG. Then if you meet with an accident, go and do X-ray. If it is a little more complicated matter, go do MRI. All these instruments are very specialized, highly accurate, and very, very essential. They are blindingly costly, some of them, MRI and all, not others. They are all maintained by bioinstrumentation or biomedical instrumentation engineers. So development of new non-invasive techniques for identification of problems of human body come under the scope of biomedical instrumentation. This is only for analytical testing. Again, for surgery, everything is required. Now we have robotically guided surgeries. All that requires intervention of very good engineers. So this is also a very challenging and upcoming branch of engineering. Coming to mechanical engineering, this is our age-old established branch of engineering. Once upon a time, engineering means the one who builds bridges and roads. Then engineering became one who manufactures machines. Then it became who supplies electrical power to all machines and infrastructures. So Mechanical engineering is at least a 100-year-old developed branch in India. Applies principle of physics and material science for analysis, design, manufacturing, maintenance for mechanical systems. Innovates innovative products, uses of heat and mechanical power for design, production, operation of machines and tools. It is one of the oldest and broadest engineering discipline. For me personally, mechanical engineering and design is very, very absolutely essential branch, and those who really want to do engineering should do mechanical engineering. Hands-on experience comes in mechanical engineering. Nowadays, CAD, product lifestyle management, manufacturing plants, industrial equipment and machinery, heating and cooling systems, transportation system, aircrafts, watercrafts, robotics, medical devices, all come under mechanical engineering. What you require? Mechanics, applied mechanics and engineering mechanics, kinematics, thermodynamics, material science and structural analysis. These are very, very important learning knowledge domains for a mechanical engineer. These are some of the machines used in various systems. Production engineering is an allied branch of mechanical engineering, and actually lean manufacturing, Six Sigma enabled, complete robotics, automation, all these things come under the domain of mechanical engineering. Quickly, I'll go through metallurgy and material science as our last topic of discussion. This picture shows you some of the very old and very new things. Metallurgical processes which date back to 6,000 to 8,000 years to an up-to-date, completely automated alloy manufacturing unit. These are metalworking, alloy making. Chemical engineering is a branch of engineering which deals with application of physical sciences, chemistry, physics, biology, nanotechnology, fuel cell, alternate fuel, energy production, biomedical engineering, all blended into one. Petrochemicals, polymers and plastics, oil and fats, manufacturing of different sorts come under the domain of petrochemicals, polymers. These are just some of the products which come from a chemical manufacturing unit. This is my last slide. I want to say that be an engineer and keep an eye on sustainability. It is absolutely essential to bring in green technology, sustainable technology. If nature survives, then only we will survive, and not only the products which create a lot of pollution. So, keeping an eye on time, I'll stop here. If there are any questions from students, I would like to take them. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Patil madam, you can take over now. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I
Thank you.
keep the presentation running if there are any questions, or can I stop sharing the screen?
You can stop, ma'am.
Okay,
काही
fine.
प्रश्न नाहीयेत आता. काही
Okay.
प्रश्न नाही आहे ते. पण नक्की नंतर विद्यार्थी हे व्हिडिओज पाहतील तेव्हा त्यांना ही माहिती उपयुक्त ठरणार आहे. मॅडम, आपण इथे आलात आणि मानवी जीवन सुखकर करणाऱ्या अभियांत्रिकीच्या विविध शाखा उपशाखा खरं तर ज्या शेकडोच्या वर आहेत यांची माहिती अर्ध्या तासात सादरीकरणाच्या माध्यमातून तुम्ही खरंच खूप छान पणे दिली. आणि एक गोष्ट मला खरंच आवडली ते म्हणजे तुमचं बोलणं जे आहे ते इतकं संयत आणि शांत आहे की त्या दृष्टीने खूप छान आपण सगळं प्रेझेंटेशन दिलेलं आहे. खूप खूप धन्यवाद. तुम्ही आमच्याबरोबर
Thank you.
आणखी काही काळ राहणारच आहात. आता आपण पुढच्या व्याख्यानाकडे वळतो आहे. पुढच्या आपल्या व्याख्यात्या ज्या आहेत त्या आपल्या इथे आता उपस्थित आहेत, उपासनी मॅडम. मी उपासनी मॅडम बद्दल ची माहिती थोडक्यात देते. त्यांचा विषय आजचा असणार आहे करिअर इन मेडिकल अँड अलाइड सर्व्हिसेस. मॅडम सध्या उपप्राचार्य म्हणून गोखले एज्युकेशन सोसायटीच्या इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ नर्सिंग एज्युकेशन अँड ट्रेनिंग नाशिक इथे त्या कार्यरत आहेत. त्यांनी जवळपास 40 वर्ष या नर्सिंग व्यवसायामध्ये काम केलेलं आहे आणि त्याबद्दल त्यांना वेगवेगळे पुरस्कार देखील मिळालेले आहेत. उपासने मॅडम यांनी जवळपास 53 वर्ष अंडर ग्रॅज्युएट आणि पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएट लेवलवर व्याख्याता, प्राध्यापक, उपप्राचार्य आणि प्राचार्य अशा वेगवेगळ्या पदांवर कार्य केलेलं आहे. 36 वर्ष त्या गव्हर्नमेंट ऑर्गनायझेशनमध्ये तर 13 वर्ष वेगवेगळ्या खाजगी संस्थांमध्ये त्या काम करीत होत्या. मॅडमनी PhD गाईड म्हणून वेगवेगळ्या 4 विद्यापीठांमधील विद्यार्थ्यांना 5 विद्यार्थ्यांना एकूण PhD साठी मार्गदर्शन केलं आहे. या त्यांच्या कारकिर्दीमध्ये नॅशनल लेवलवर 42 रिसर्च पेपर्स, इंटरनॅशनल कॉन्फरन्समध्ये 6 रिसर्च पेपर्स देखील त्यांनी पब्लिश केलेले आहेत. विविध विषयांवरती 15हून अधिक वर्कशॉप्सचे आयोजन त्यांनी केलेले आहे, ज्याचा लाभ नर्सिंगमधील विद्यार्थिनींनाही झालेला आहे. रिसोर्स पर्सन म्हणून काम करण्याबरोबरच 45हून अधिक सेमिनार्स आणि वर्कशॉपमध्ये त्यांनी सहभाग नोंदवला आहे. नर्सिंग रिसर्चमध्ये मॅडमचा खूप प्रदीर्घ असा अनुभव आहे. विविध कॉलेजेस, इन्स्टिट्यूट्स, ऑर्गनायझेशन्समध्ये कमिटी मेंबर, गाईड, एक्सपर्ट म्हणून देखील त्यांनी काम केलेलं आहे. उपासनी मॅडम यांनी महाराष्ट्र युनिव्हर्सिटी ऑफ हेल्थ सायन्सेस नाशिक याच्या त्या बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीजच्या चेअरपर्सन तसेच अकॅडमी काउन्सिल आणि फायनान्स कमिटीच्या मेंबर म्हणूनही त्यांनी काम पाहिलं आहे. वर्ल्ड बँक प्रोजेक्टमध्ये त्यांनी नर्सिंग एक्सपर्ट म्हणून काम केलंय. कृष्णा इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ मेडिकल सायन्सेस या डीम्ड युनिव्हर्सिटीच्या मेंबर, PMT मेडिकल कॉलेज प्रवरा लोणी बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज मेंबर्स म्हणून सुद्धा त्यांनी काम केलेलं आहे. त्यांना गोखले एज्युकेशन सोसायटी ट्रेनिंग अकॅडमीमध्ये प्रोफेसर आणि ऑनररी ॲडवायझर म्हणून सुद्धा काम करण्याचा बहुमान मिळालेला आहे. मॅडम, आपले खूप खूप स्वागत आणि मी आपल्याला विनंती करते की आपण मेडिकल अँड अलाइड सर्व्हिसेस यामधील करिअरच्या कोणकोणत्या संधी आहेत याविषयीची अधिक माहिती आम्हाला द्यावी. डॉक्टर उपासने मॅडम, ओव्हर टू यू.
Good morning. Hello. Hello. Can you?
मॅडम, तुम्ही बोला. तुमचा आवाज पोचतोय. तुमचा व्हिडिओ पण व्यवस्थित दिसतोय.
दिसतो आहे. ओके.
हो, व्यवस्थित आहे. प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
सगळ्यांना सकाळचा आणि दुपारचा नमस्कार. Good morning to all the August gathering of this webinar organized by Maharashtra Education Society. I am there as a part of Gokhale Education Society, Nursing College, Nasik. I am thankful to the organizers for giving me an opportunity to be connected with thousands of students and their parents at large. First of all, let me congratulate all the HSC students passing with different colors and got success in their HSC board examination. I don't forget to salute my colleagues, my professional nurses who are there 24/7 in the hospital duties as frontline healthcare team members. Today webinar as nursing as a career to young generation of future nurses, I look at it as a dialogue to do you want to do the nursing? And when this dialogue is going to be there, I understand that there are going to have ample of questions in your mind And in my presentation, I will try to answer in nutshell, since the corona pandemic has given a big platform for the nursing, and uprising platform is there throughout the world, including India. Now, looking at the topic, nursing education is a journey ahead. The first picture itself tells you that it is a skill, it is an ability, it is a knowledge that you are going to carry with you when you become the professional nurse as such. Now, I really want to welcome you all, transforming India quality nursing education to nursing colleges in academic year 2122. When we are having dialogue with this young generation of 12th pass students, do you want to be a nurse? That's the question. And when you are a nurse, you are there with a lot of enthusiasm, dignity, and the picture show that the nurse is standing near to the elderly person, as well as other side the books are there. That means you are going to study. And the third picture show that they are already completed their nursing training, and they are going out as a professional nurses from the nursing college. Now, who is the founder of nursing is the question, and this question is now well known to the people around, because of this corona, the nursing has come, as I told you, on the front line, and the Florence Nightingale is the founder of nursing profession. Now, irrespective of only calling nursing, if you see the small knowledge tree on the picture, it shows that there are number of branches you can look forward when you take admission for nursing as a career, and then you are going to have the bright future in the life as such. When we learn, I also learn, and I really want to put forward a word about nursing. What do you mean by nursing? Nursing is a process which is craft centered, emerged from Florence Nightingale era, and flourished in 19th and 20th century. The 19th and 20th centuries continued with 21st century, and I'm very proud to tell that in 2022, 2020 मध्ये, the International Council and WHO thought about giving credit to nurses, and it was declared as a year of nurses. And because of corona, again it has given more weightage and more value to the general public to note that yes, nurses are frontline workers. Now, the next question may come in your mind that what is nursing? And nursing is, there are number of aspects which can be understand. So it is like to assist the individual who is sick or well. Even nurses do give care, health information, health education to the healthy people also. So we do assist the individuals, our clients who are sick as well as who are maintaining their health. Nursing is to assist the performance of those activities contributing to clients' or patients' health issues. There are health issues today. We know that n number of health problems are coming up, and nurses are also provided knowledge and skills to deal with these health issues. Nursing is nursing to assist for patients' recovery or to peaceful death. We know that when we take a birth, it is likely to be that one day comes, then the death is going to be there. So nurses are there at the time of birth, and nurses also are there if the patient is admitted in the hospital and they witness that unfortunate death of our patients. Nursing to assist the individual sick and well that he would perform unaided if he had necessary strength, will, or knowledge. So that is the courage that the nurses always see that it is being forwarded, discussed, and transformed to the clients when they are in need of the assistance. Now, as we know, nursing also is a very important subject. It's a part and parcel of medical, fraternity, and health science courses. There is a philosophy, unlike other subjects, which we follow as a nurse educators and nurses, and we also teach to our students. So the philosophy tells about nursing as a profession, that nursing as an art and it is a science. Nursing is an art because when we deal with the patient, when we approach the client, how to talk, how to approach also is an art, and that is what is being discussed, shown, role models, and the nurses, nursing students also learn out of that. Then it is a science because it is a purely applied science where you have the number of subjects which will be discussed in the further slides, which tells nurses to understand the scientific principles when to give care to the patients. Then innovation and technology. Now we cannot live without that. So the philosophy of nursing tells us you understand what new things are coming in medical sciences, what technologies are there, and that is now more known to the people because of corona pandemic, and that is the knowledge which will be given to the nursing students. It is not only the teaching separately art or teaching separately science, but it is an integration. And when we have these innovative approaches, we have integration of art and science, we try to provide the quality healthcare to our client. When we are providing the quality health care, it is also communicate with respect to the client, how to talk, communicate with the patient, because talking to 4-year-old child is different than talking to the elderly person or elderly auntie or uncle in the hospital is a different, and that is what is being taught and exercised when the students are there in the college. Then the body of knowledge, of course, it is a training program. We have a number of subjects. Every year, different subjects are there, and students have been taught. And with this, we also maintain the dignity of profession and personhood, because we are dealing with the human beings, and we are nurses, also are human beings. So our personhood also is to be maintained. We give the respect, and we also get the respect from our clients, because we do follow the ethics and code of conduct. The ethics and code of conduct also is a important part of nursing education, where we teach our students that what ethics to be followed, what is wrong and what is not correct, how to deal with the problem situations, and how to carry out the nursing procedures and give care to the patients. Now, when the nursing is to be discussed, the question can be there, what is the aim of nursing we learn and we teach? Now, nursing has a very vast aim because everybody is not admitted in the hospital. People are there in the community also, and they are there. So the aim of nursing will be to promote the health, whatever health status people do have, to get more than that. That is also a very important aim of nursing. Then prevent the illness, not to have diseases at all, also is one of the aim which we teach to our students. And if at all we promote, if at all we prevent also, there are likely to have some or other the diseases, and then if it is there, how to restore the health. For example, somebody is having diabetes diagnosed, so it is a lifelong. So how, what care is to be taken for the diabetes client in the hospital as well as in the home. Then to facilitate coping with disability, since the life has become so dynamic and complexity is there, we see that n number of people are getting accident or have suffering from the disabilities, and their nurses also see that that is also aim of their education, that to make the person independent whatever the disability is there. And as it is discussed that nurses are there at the time of birth of individual child, and also to to witness the death of the client, unfortunately, when they are admitted in the hospital. Now, this is a very, very common question when any nursing student comes for the admission, and we always try to make them understand what is what is core function of nurse, what is taught by the nursing colleges or schools, and what they are going to learn. And now this question may be also there in the mind of parents too. This two pictures show that two nursing students are there, and they are giving position to the patient. and there is one nurse standing with one elderly person and giving something to her, medication, or talking to her something that whatever her problem about the health is. So the first core function of nursing, that transforming among nursing students, we believe we do, and we also teach our students that they are caregivers, we give the care. They are protectors. That means to protect the individual when they are admitted in the hospital. There are many times, many occasions are there that the patients are likely to get either hurt by any unfortunate fall, something, or even to control the infections when hospital-induced infections are there. They use hand washing technique, they use the gloves, mask, etc. So the protector also is one of their function. They are advisors. Whenever patient, doctors are there for say particular time on the rounds and give discussions and prescribing the medication or the orders, but nurses are there 24 by 7, and whatever the difficulties client faces or patient wants to know, the nurses are available and they will definitely give advice, of course within the purview whatever is prescribed by the medical experts, and then they will try to make the client to understand. And when this is being done, giving care, be a protector, be advisor, communication is also very important function. How to talk with the elderly, how to talk with the female patient, how to talk with somebody executive who is admitted in the hospital unit, and how to talk with the colleagues, senior doctors, surgeons, the physicians, their physiotherapists, and other core health workers in the unit. So that communication also is one of the function of the nurse, because nurse is there along with the patient for 24 by 7. Now, when you are there as an administrator, that means you are getting work done. You are at senior position. You may be ward in charge. You may be matron, or you are a senior nurse, and you get administered a number of nursing care procedures from junior nurses, or even giving the channel, giving the line of authority to the senior doctors also. So nurse can be an administrator. That is also a function. Then the manager, when the nurse is taking charge of her patient, she is manager of that patient. When 1-to-1 ratio is there, and that is many of the time in intensive care units, one nurse, one patient is being allotted, and she is manager. So she works with the ICU in charge doctors or surgeon or neurology, urology, whatever unit is there. She manages the whole nursing care comprehensively. Fundamentally, she is responsible for that care. Now, the nurse also performs function as a teacher, because when patient is admitted, there are going to be their relatives, dear ones, and the background of the patient, you don't know what they are asking for. So the nurse has the idea. She goes through the case sheet of the patient, and she will know about the background of the social background of the patient, and she will definitely help to give the information. She will teach about during the hospitalization, even at the time of discharge, some notes, tips will be given, and post-discharge care also will be explained by the nurse as a teacher, and that she may do alone, independently. She may take help from the colleagues, or she may take help from the senior nurses, or she will also discuss with the in-charge doctor, and she will give that teaching to the patient, like for example, how to do the urine testing in the home for diabetes patient, how to give injection insulin in when the patient is discharged. So these are some of the very classical examples we can talk about. And on top of this, research is today on the priority subject, and I really happy to note here that the nursing research is the subject which is included in our curriculum even at diploma level, which was not there before. So nurse is a researcher, not necessarily she is doing the PhD or she is doing the masters, but day-to-day observations can be noted down by the nurse, and she can come out with some of the observations and discuss with the seniors. So nurses function also is a researcher, she does independently, or she will be a member of research team of that particular hospital unit, and accordingly, this is how the functions we teach them, they learn and they perform when they become a professional trained nurse. We understand that what is nursing, the what are the aims, what are the functions, and how it can be taught, and what is expected from these nurses. So now a main point to understand that nurse also is a human being, and the patients and the clients also are the human beings. So what is concept of nursing? That means नर्सिंग किंवा परिचर्येची संकल्पना नक्की काय आहे आणि काय असावी. So we every time without fail we discuss 3H. These 3H include H for head, H for heart, and H for hands. Head, we relate with the knowledge, that means theoretical inputs year-wise, first year, second year, third year. If JNM program is there, then first year, second year, third year, fourth year. For BSc degree program is there, they have decided curriculum. Even for master, they have curriculum. And that is being taught in the theory as well as practice in the clinical area. So knowledge input is there. With the knowledge, the nurse is expected to provide care with the sympathy, and that is there in the heart, because you are a human being, you are with full feelings, sentiments, and you move with that. You cannot keep your sentiments in the room and go and provide care to the patient. So providing care with sympathy is that second age, that is heart. And to have the knowledge, to have the sympathy, you are going to have the practice, and that's why care is given by hands of the nurses, and the practicing nurse is a very, very important. Here, the sympathy, we mean that it is empathized. That means the nurse thinks that she is at the place of the patient, how much pain, how much agony, how much trouble he or she or the child patient is having, she realizes, and then the 3H come together, interrelated and integrated within the nursing curriculum. At every nursing school and college, we teach them this sankalpana, concept आम्ही त्यांना समजून सांगतो. This is continuous throughout the training, because the training is given with the knowledge. They are made to understand, they are sympathetic, and they are practicing. So because of these 3H, the nurse develops desirable attitude to give care to the client at their level, and then that becomes quality nursing care. We look at student nurse in the nursing demo labs. It is a very fact that the nurse, after 12th students are admitted for the nursing course, and they are going to deal with the totally different technical aspect of education. So when the nursing students are there, they are being taught in the laboratory, that is called fundamentals of nursing lab, where we welcome our nursing student, we promote their learning with the understanding, we communicate with them, love to profession, and everything will be practiced on the mannequins or dummy. Nursing procedures are taught. Even in this picture, you can see a nurse educator is standing near two nursing students, and then it is being demonstrated. It is demonstrated, it will be re-demonstrated. Then only students are posted in the hospital to give actual care, and that is how we make prepare the student in the nursing demo labs. Now, is nursing skill-oriented training? Yes, nursing education is based on human and technical skills. Now, the skill training, if we remember, since 2014, since Prime Minister Modi ji has come in, skill orientation and skill programs have been inculcated, oriented programs are started, and new inventions also came in. But we are very sure, certain, and proud to tell, nursing from the beginning is a skill-oriented training program. It can't be without your classroom, without your laboratory practice and without hospital patients practicing. So it is human and technical skills which we try to inculcate in our nursing students, and how it is being done. If you look into the syllabus of nursing course, supported with pure sciences, applied sciences, and nursing practice. Now, till 12th science, students might have learned about physics, chemistry, and if they are science stream, some part of microbiology also and biology also. Now, here we are also having the syllabus with the subject physics, chemistry, anatomy, physiology, biology, microbiology, and these subjects are in there for the nursing training as application while giving the care to the patient. And that is why every nursing procedure is discussed in the lab demo, which scientific principles are involved to give care to the patient is discussed, is written down, it's explained, and then only student goes to the actual hospitals and then they practice it. Along with pure science subjects, we do have applied sciences like sociology, psychology, educational psychology, social psychology, research, and computers. Now, my dear participants who are present here in the webinar, we just want to focus on this, why these subjects are there. Because our patients, our clients are coming from the community, coming from the social society and going back to the society. And that is why it is very much applied for nursing curriculum to teach sociology, to teach psychology, and the research, because today we cannot survive without having research. And one more point in that the mind and body cannot be separated. So the nurse herself is coming from particular society, patient is coming from particular society with their mental state, and that's why it is important that we do teach them these subjects. We do have the project work on this based on this subject. Students do carry out, even the research is carried out, and computer is made a compulsory subject now, and the basic computers also are taught, because now today outside the world you may be having, but how to have these computers in relation with the nursing education, that is what is focused in the curriculum. Now, having pure science subjects, applied sciences, we do have the nursing practice as recommended by Nursing Council for practical training of the students, including basic, fundamental, and advanced nursing procedures to give care to the patients in the hospital. So, our nursing practice is recommended and licensed by a central council which is located in Delhi, that is Indian Nursing Council. All the guidelines, the recommendations are given, and those recommendations are carried out in the nursing colleges and the schools. Along with this, the pure science subjects like microbiology, biochemistry is taught when the students are we are having affiliated hospitals where the students will be posted, and before their posting, these subjects also will be taught them by giving practical sessions in the hospital laboratories. आपण ऐकलं त्यांच्यावर. कसं समजायचं? Excuse me. Excuse me, Tapkire sir. हॅलो.
हो सर, हो मॅडम, बोला ना, ऐकू येतंय मॅडम तुमचं व्यवस्थित.
स्लाइड्स दिसत आहेत?
नाही, तुम्ही शेअर नाही केलेलं स्क्रीन.
कुठलाच नाही?
नाही.
ओ माय गॉड. सो इट इज वेस्ट देन.
नाही नाही, तुमचं व्यवस्थित लक्षात येत आहे, तुम्ही जे बोलताय ते आता
नाही,
लक्षात
पण सर माझ्या स्लाइड्स खूप उपयुक्त आहेत. कॅन यू हेल्प अस टू शेअर अगेन?
हा, म्हणजे खाली शेअरचं बटन आहेच, तिकडनं शेअर स्क्रीन केलं की दिसेल ते.
शेअर केलेले आहे सर. सर ऑलरेडी वी हॅड शेअर.
नाही मॅडम. But anyway, you may please continue, even without slides. काही तांत्रिक अडचण आलेली आहे. पवार मॅडम, काही तांत्रिक अडचण आली आहे,
हो सर, काही
डिस्कनेक्ट
तांत्रिक
झालं.
अडचण आहे मॅडमच्या साईडने. मॅडम जॉईन होत आहेतच, पण ऍक्च्युली खूप छान चाललं होतं, कारण खूप एक्सप्लेनेटरी असल्यामुळं काही स्लाइड्स जरी दिसल्या नाही तरी व्यवस्थित होत होतं. मॅडम जॉईन होत आहेत पुन्हा. थांबूयात ना
ओके.
आपण. हे संपर्क होऊ शकेल सर त्यांच्याशी?
त्यांचा फोन आला, 1 मिनिट.
सर शेअर करते मी त्या स्लाइड्स.
आता पूर्ण बाहेर येऊन गेला ना मॅडमचं.
शेअर झालेच नाही म्हणे पीपीटी.
विंडो ना, एंटायर स्क्रीन.
नंबरची पीपीटी होती.
मग ते मला वाटलं PDF असेल म्हणून तो असं दिसत असेल.
आत्ता शेअरिंग सुरू झालेलं दिसतंय काही.
हे दाखवायचं PDF.
पुढे जा.
हे चालू ना? हो.
त्याच्या आधीच
एक सरांना विचार दिसते का?
नाही, नेक्स्ट. आता दिसते का सर पीपीटी? हॅलो.
हो, आता व्यवस्थित दिसते. यू मे प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
हां, नेक्स्ट.
हे चालू.
हो, चालेल. Sorry to the audience also because of some technical hitch. And now we are talking about the skill and the skills based upon the nursing syllabus and curriculum. We have to have this skill, and that is how we encourage our students also that academic skills are required. When you are studious, then you become a willing learner also. And when you are studious and willing learner, naturally the positive attitude will be one of the skill. Teaching, learning ability is required. Skill in observation is very important to observe the patient and their relatives, what they say, all about, and then with all this communication with the patient and their relative also is important. Where while doing all this, the nurse has to be a good listener and confident. And if it happens, then self-motivation comes and self-control is going to be there. When you have this all, then you will have the adequate patience, because nursing is a profession where you come across n number of problems, and then sometimes that you yourself put you in that particular scenario, and that is to be avoided. Then nurses also to have the practice code of conduct and ethics of nursing practice, what is right, what wrong, these skills are required for the. Now, when we talk about the nursing practice and professional skill, now this picture shows that this is an emergency care unit, and the patients are lying on the bed. There are gadgets put on the patients for survival of their life, and nurses are standing nearby. And then the aim of this uh, particular unit is to support value-oriented and evidence-based nursing practice. Students will be exposed to this type of clinical posting, and there they will have to have cognitive and psychomotor skill. They will have to have social process skills. Critical thinking is very, very important in intensive care unit or casualty unit, because as the patient enters, the decision has to be taken, and there are some standing orders to be followed to save the life of the patient. So decision making and action is very important, and that's why our students also are posted in this type of clinical area. So they learn by watching, they learn by doing, and then there's cognitive as well as psychomotor skills can be enhanced. Now, along with this academic skill, there are supportive skills which are required for the nursing students. As we know, the students are already completed their HSC, and by the time they may be having some of these skills, but here some more skills to be polished, some more skills to be enhanced, because we are going to deal with the human beings. Study skills are those procedures, techniques which learner needs to apply in order to learn nursing effectively and efficiently. If you want to give the quality care, it has to be efficiently, it has to be effectively learned. And that's why there are some of the other skills, supportive skills are listed down here, that concentration, observation, perception, that means what you observe, how do you understand, and then carry out the care of your patient is important. Then when you are having the concentration, you observe, you understood, but it has to be written down as a nursing care plan. Then when you study in the college, you are going to memorize and remember, because memorizing is different than remembering. Then listening and hearing also is a supportive skill, where the student has to be in the classroom or in the demo lab, they have to listen carefully, they have to underline and focus. If some students don't understand certain things, they will have to underline what they don't understand, what is difficulty area they have, which subject they don't understand. They have to focus on that, they have to talk to their teachers, and then they will be able to grasp it and learn it. And they also are expected to write down the nursing care studies, to have all these supportive skills. Along with that, very, very important, which is put at the baseline of this slide, and that is maintenance of their own health. If they maintain their own health, they are going to be the idols in front of the patient and the clients. And if they maintain their own health, they can definitely concentrate and carry out their study skills and enhance their education as such. Now we say that the skills are required for 21st century. As we are entered in 21st century, whatever skills we talked so far in the previous slides, it is a nutshell of that. The nurse is carrying one patient on the wheelchair, and the social skills, because as it is said, patients are coming from the society, going back to the society. Social skills are very important, and along with that, as ethical skills are required, that we are professionals, we are going to learn, we are going to practice, we are going to develop the positive attitude, desirable attitude, and that's why the professional skills are important. When the nursing student works in the any hospital, she observes how the senior nurses behave, senior nurses work with the juniors, how the senior doctors are there, what other healthcare team is having and their relationship, and that makes them to understand the professional skill and technical skill. Of course, technical innovations are important today, and whatever the previous nursing care practices, procedures were, are now changed, and for everything, disposable articles, ventilators, and whatnot is to be used, and the nurses are being exposed to this technique, and they have been asked to learn this. Now, these skills are inculcated through social service like NSS, voluntary organization, and going to families to give the family health care. Now, other educational activities also we carry out in the nursing colleges and schools, like on academic calendar. The workshops and seminars are carried out as a supportive co-curricular activities. Membership is there for Student Nurses Association. Then NSS activities as a social cause they carry out as per the university norms. Educational field visits as per curriculum. Annual days, national days, health days are celebrated. College gatherings are there, sports are there, and other competitions celebrating various festivals, because we believe India is having all mixed up the religions and caste, and that is how everything is being celebrated. Secular country. Then awards for academic performance and other competitions also are given. Even in our college, the the award is given for the most use of library as a resource center for the learning. Now, whatever the training is being done, ultimately the performance and satisfaction is very important. So performance or evaluation, मूल्यमापन ट्रेनिंगचं केलं जातं. So outcome of the college based on the vision of the college. So to create globally competent nurse midwives to become exemplary citizen by adhering of code of ethics and professional conduct at all times in fulfilling personal, social, and professional obligations. All the batches yearly admissions are as per eligibility criteria. The teaching staff is appointed, qualified, eligible teaching staff will be there in the nursing colleges, and students' internal assessment marks will be sent to the university according to the rules and regulations of the central and state council as well as the university. So theory and practical subjects as per curriculum assignments and practical exams are carried out, and marks are sent to the university or nursing.
एक्सक्यूज मी मॅडम,
Yes, sir.
आपण थोडं घड्याळाकडे पण लक्ष ठेवूया.
हो
आपल्याला
हो
अजून 5
आता
मिनिटं सर नसते.
पुढचं जर बघितलं तर खूप महत्वाचं आहे की कुठले कुठले कोर्सेस अवेलेबल
हो,
आहेत.
आपल्याकडे 5 मिनिटं आहेत मॅडम, अजून काही अडचण नाही.
आणि या सगळ्यांना 100% जॉब ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी आहे. Now, available training programs in nursing: auxiliary nurse midwife 2 years, 12 HSC passed. Then general nursing and midwifery 3 years diploma, that is HSC marks open 45% and reservation 40%. Post basic BSc nursing 2 years degree program, GNM in recognized nursing course. Then BSc nursing undergraduate degree program where 12 science and then physics, chemistry, biology is compulsory, and NEET exam also is compulsory. Open category 45%, reservation category 40%. BSc nursing distance education also is there. When you have done GNM in recognized nursing college, you can go for the distance education of BSc. After this BSc, you can do masters in nursing of 2 years. You have to have 1 year experience, and nurse practitioner course also is there. Now, this is just to know that n number of nursing colleges, like 9,000 colleges are there in India, and the number of colleges which are affiliated and recognized by Indian Nursing Council. Just for information, list is there. This PPT may remain with you, sir. It can be referred later on also. Now, does nursing falls under service sector? That is the question. And yes, the trained nurse is to be registered professional who has successfully completed training, ANM, GNM diploma, PBBSc nursing undergraduation, BSc nursing undergraduation, MSc nursing post-graduation, and they are aware about modern medical and technology and research and licenses by State Nursing Council to practice nursing. What are the opportunities they have after their PhD and doctoral and MSc? They can be a nurse specialist in specialty, multi, super specialty hospital. They can be lecturers, professors, vice principals, nurse administrator, etc. And after having the graduate nurse, they can be frontline bedside nurses in government or private. Then they can be also nursing teachers, JNM diploma nurses, again frontline staff nurses for government and municipal or private hospitals. ANM diploma nurses can be working in the rural and urban area, providing care to the mother and child. Um, the best thing about nursing, sir, I have one request to you, if you can hear me. I have got some video clips what they feel about nursing, and that is most important. Is it all right? Hello, sir. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Hello.
you, madam, but we really do not have that much time with us. Time is the
Because
constraint.
that is I think most important. The video clips of 2 3 people, what they feel about nursing. If
You
you
can
can
share
allow.
the links on YouTube videos, madam, because even that is not possible to share those videos through this studio platform.
Okay, okay, okay. So the best thing about nursing I can talk now. Nursing is to be considered flexible profession,
I
rising up.
request you, madam, to please keep an eye on a watch, please.
Yes, sir. So graduate nurse can opt for the other stream like post graduation diploma in MBA law or industrial health, etc. And the great thing is that nurses don't count every hour in a day, but they make every hour in the day count. Now, these videos you are not going to allow. So, concluding remark, we can say that we always believe in saying that where the vision is 1 year, cultivate flowers. Where the vision is 10 years, cultivate trees. Where the vision is eternity, cultivate nurses. This is our vision. And change in students' attitude in nursing college is a mission, and that is how we try to do, sir. Now, as you said, this can be kept on the YouTube. So, if you want, I can share this PPT on your email or something like that. What do you suggest? What do you
Yes, ma'am.
suggest,
Please,
sir?
please send that PPT to me on my email. You have got my email with you. Ma'am, you may please share that PPT to me.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yes.
I can share PPT to you. Yes, sir. I have concluded that, and we welcome the nursing, the students who are 12th science passed. They are welcome for the admissions to BSc nursing, and those who are having other than BSc science subject, they can take admission for the GNM also 3 years diploma program. And thank you very much for giving the opportunity to discuss and talk to the parents and the our new generation as such.
Yes, yes.
Unfortunately, some slides was not visible, I believe. So we are sharing through email, so you can share it on YouTube also. And thank you so much. It was nice be associated with MEA second time because I had last time also, and it is still on the YouTube. I'm so happy to be your part. Thank you so much.
थँक्यू मॅडम. खरंच खूप खूप तुमचे आभार. कारण कला आणि शास्त्र याचा सुंदर मिलाप असणाऱ्या नर्सिंग या अभ्यासक्रमाविषयी, ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्रामविषयी आपण इतकी सुंदर माहिती आम्हाला सांगितली आणि नर्सिंगचे जे वेगवेगळे पैलू आहेत ते इतके छान उलगडून दाखवले. जरी तुमची पीपीटी सुरुवातीला रन होत नव्हती तरी कुठेही असं जाणवलं नाही की
ते
पीपीटी
नाही.
शिवाय तुम्ही बोलतात, इतकं ते ओघवतं होतं. खरंच खूप छान माहिती दिली. आता आपण शेवटच्या भागाकडे वळतो आहोत, ते म्हणजे आभार प्रदर्शन. आपल्या आजच्या दोन्ही मान्यवर व्याख्यात्या डॉक्टर मनीषा खळदकर मॅडम आणि डॉक्टर सरोज उपासनी मॅडम आज येथे उपस्थित राहिल्या आणि आपल्याला त्यांनी खरंच अनुभवाच्या आधारे, म्हणजे एवढा प्रदीर्घ अनुभव दोघींचा आपापल्या क्षेत्रात आहे की नक्कीच त्या अनुभवाची शिदोरी आज त्यांनी आपल्यापर्यंत पोहोचवली आहे. त्यांचे दोघींचीही व्याख्यान खूप छान झाली. खूप छान मार्गदर्शन त्यांनी आपल्या सगळ्यांना या दोन्ही वेगवेगळ्या क्षेत्रांविषयीचं केलं आहे. मी दोघींचेही महाराष्ट्र एज्युकेशन सोसायटीच्या वतीने पुन्हा एकदा आभार मानते आणि आपण पुन्हा या व्याख्यानमालेचे घटक व्हावेत, भाग व्हावा अशी देखील विनंती करते. आपण इथे थांबतो आहोत. तत्पूर्वी विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, तुम्हाला एक उद्याच्या सत्राबद्दलचे निवेदन. उद्या या करिअर अपॉर्च्युनिटीज या 6 दिवस चालणाऱ्या वेबिनार व्याख्यानमालेचे उद्याचे शेवटचे सत्र असणार आहे. यामध्ये लेफ्टनंट कर्नल प्रदीप ब्राह्मणकर रिटायर्ड यांचे करिअर इन आर्म फोर्सेस या विषयावरील व्याख्यान होईल. त्यानंतर समारोप कार्यक्रम होईल. समारोप कार्यक्रम प्रसंगी महाराष्ट्र एज्युकेशन सोसायटीच्या नियामक मंडळाचे उपाध्यक्ष माननीय बाबासाहेब शिंदे यावेळी उपस्थित राहणार आहेत. तरी सर्वांना पुन्हा एकदा विनंती की आपण सर्वांनी उद्या ठीक 10:30 वाजता वेळेवर उपस्थित राहूयात. तोपर्यंत सर्वांना धन्यवाद. नमस्कार.
पुन्हा बोलवा, आम्ही येऊ.